took my son, and I got a phone call from work saying that they took my son. He's only 16, and he was violated. They said they slammed him to the ground. I just want my baby back.
Let me guess. He's a good kid. He never does anything. He was just walking in the neighborhood. They profiled him or something like that. He lights up the room. He's just a little boy. It's going to be something along those lines or something like that. Yeah, y'all about to get it too. How are you good people doing, my American informed brothers and sisters? Welcome to the channel. I am Ty Smith, and you're watching my channel, Modern Renaissance Man, which I'm greatly appreciative of. Make sure you guys are following me up here, follow me down here. Click this because it helps me Melisi Boku. If and when you do subscribe to the channel, click the bell notification so you can be notified. Select all notifications when you do that, right? Last but not least, don't forget to check out the other channel called Man, Husband, Father. And everything I ask you to do over here, do over there. So, ladies and gentlemen, this has been sent to me on behalf of some Chicagoans who told me that an American citizen has been mistaken as being an illegal, and they took this woman's son and threw him to the ground and arrested him and detained him and took him away, leaving his mother completely saddened and distraught. I did some digging and pulled up the video that you guys were referring to, and appreciate y'all family in Chicago. Said y'all couldn't wait for me to get on top of this one when I told you that this was a story that came up. I can't wait to see what you think about this, fam. All right, let's get ready to get into it. See what this story is about. Why this woman was so distraught and crying that they arrested her son, which y'all know me. It's going to be more to the story. Okay, let's go.
On our top story tonight, an incident with federal immigration agents in a Chicago neighborhood led to protests, smoke, and even tear gas being deployed.
I wonder if that has something to do with her son. Like, okay, let's just keep going. If you don't like me pausing, so what? I'm letting you know my thoughts. You don't have to watch this. Go watch this on yourself. You know, you see it right there. You can go watch it on YouTube.
Department of Homeland Security says they were pursuing a vehicle. The pursuit ended with a crash, and then they claim there was chaos in the East Side neighborhood.
I hope that that wasn't her son that they were pursuing in the car, but let's keep going.
NBC5's Christian Farr is live where it all happened. Christian?
Yeah, it was a chaotic scene out here, Stephan and Marion. This incident turned into a large protest, which led to arrests by federal agents. Now, we talked to multiple witnesses who say they saw that chase unfold, and they tell me it ended with those federal agents using tear gas and smoke canisters against that crowd.
Why was there a crowd? I don't mean like, why was there a crowd? I mean, if they were in a high-speed pursuit chase, and it ended in a crash, which I'm assuming either somebody wrecked their vehicle, the people wrecked their vehicle, or they might have, pit maneuvered them, whatever. But the crowd most likely is going to be caused by people seeing the incident. Y'all know how it is. If you lived in the hood or in any residential area and something traumatic happened or drastic happened, you're going to come out with your phone. So I'm pretty sure that's why the crowd gathered. But if this is this woman's son that's in that car, you already know what I'm about to do. You know I'm going to go completely nuclear on this. Equal opportunity. I don't care what your race is, especially if you're doing something stupid. Let's go.
This is video a neighbor shot from the second floor of his home. You can see a white SUV driven by federal agents quickly following the red car. Witnesses say federal agents followed that red car. The white SUV crashed. Chicago police officers responded to that crash at 105th and Avenue N. Witnesses say federal agents filled the area, and that is when a large crowd started to grow, and that crowd began to yell at the ICE agents. Chicago police say someone threw something at those agents, and that's when a tear gas canister was rolled into the crowd.
I have some questions right now. When federal agents are doing their thing, this news station, and I know they got the logo right there. Y'all seem to be on some weird, strange stuff the way y'all are saying things. Y'all know how I barely have ears. Like if I look directly at the camera, you don't see no ears, do you? No, that's a pillow behind me on that side. On this side, that's a pillow behind me. That's not my ear. You barely can see my ears. Anyway, I'm very, very calculated when I listen to stuff people say. He said in here that the crash ended and federal agents came out of nowhere, and that's when the crowd gathered. Bull crap. I'm calling BS on that. What I'm going to tell you, my thoughts are is that the federal agents crashed, and it seemed like I seen the red car there. It looked like when they were picking up those strips, I seen the red car that they looked like the red car that they were chasing was there too. I might be mistaken. I don't know. But it went like this. When they crashed and they started doing their thing, the crowd came and then the federal agents called for backup, considering they were being attacked in other places around Chicago, getting objects and things thrown at them, which y'all just heard, and that's why they threw the tear gas. So what I'm saying is this. The federal agents didn't come in numbers like that because nothing was going on. They came in numbers because the crowd formed.
To that crash at 105th and Avenue N. Witnesses say federal agents filled the area, and that is when a large crowd started to grow.
No, the large crowd was, I'm sorry.
And that crowd began to yell at the ICE agents. Chicago police say someone threw something at those agents, and that's when a tear gas canister was rolled into the crowd. Family of two young men, a 16-year-old and 19-year-old, tell us they were taken into custody. Witnesses tell us 2 people inside that red car were arrested as well.
2 people inside the red car were arrested as well, so that car did crash. It seemed like they might have crashed into them or something.
One of the protesters picked up those canisters.
Time out.
They threw your gas.
Time out. One of the protesters did what?
One of the protesters picked.
This is in Chicago. Mayor Brandon Johnson. Jelly Belly Pritzker. Take off his mask. How come he ain't taking off his mask? Identify yourself. Why does he have a mask on right now? How come he don't want to show nobody who he is? Yeah, shut up. All of y'all, shut up. I told y'all, this is the year of rubbing it in, and I'm rubbing it in. Feel it. Shut up.
Picked up those canisters.
They threw your gas a couple times. The tear gas, one time when they were arresting this little kid.
Little kid? A little kid? That was he was bigger than the federal agent. What little kid you talking about? I hate to see what big looks like to her.
A young kid, they would arrest him, and they threw gas on us, and then a couple times. And then after that, before they left, they did it again, and we all take off, run.
That's what you're supposed to do. That's what the gas is there for. And then you guys were probably not doing nothing where y'all were just looking. Nothing happened. Nobody threw nothing. It was all a lie. Now we got the mom here, which, let's keep it real. Y'all saw the beginning of my video, how she responded. That's how most mothers are going to respond. That's how they should respond, especially if she got fed some misinformation. It doesn't even matter. If you get a phone call, your son been arrested, and they had your son on the ground, you're going to freak out. Her emotions are there. She's met with tears. Where's his dad?
Took my son, and I got a phone call from work saying that they took my son. He's only 16, and he was violated. They said they slammed him to the ground.
Why? Why did they slam your son to the ground? Now, it's obvious now. I'm going to assume her son was not in the car. He's not the one that was being pursued in the car, because that's not what you're hearing right now. Then again, it could be, and maybe she don't know yet. But I'm gonna go out and say her son was not the one that was in the car.
I just want my baby back.
I want my baby back. Let me stop. Yeah, go find out what happened to your baby, because I like to know, too, why he got arrested.
There's absolutely no reason to have this kind of chaos happening in our communities, putting people at risk, putting people in harm's way, and just exacerbating the fear that people feel right now.
What? What are you talking about? Whoa. We got to break that down. I don't care. We got to break that down. I told y'all, I listen intently. Listen to this.
And he was violated. They said they slammed him to the ground. I just want my baby back.
There's absolutely no reason to have this kind of chaos happening in our community.
You're right. There's no reason to have some criminals fleeing from federal agents in the community. You're absolutely right.
Putting people at risk.
You're right. Could have been kids playing in the neighborhood. Little children out there in their big wheels. They don't even do that anymore. Tricycles, bikes, whatever, playing little street basketball. Yeah, while these criminals are flying through the neighborhoods in residential areas. Yeah, you're right, putting them at risk.
Putting people in harm's way.
You're right, putting old people in harm's way. Maybe it could have been an old one, an old man crossing the street or something like that while they're flying through these residential neighborhoods. You're absolutely right.
And just exacerbating the fear that people feel right now.
So y'all don't care about the criminals that they were chasing. Y'all don't fear them. Y'all fear the fact that they are chasing the criminals. But y'all don't fear the criminal. Okay.
We are going to continue to stand firm in making Chicago a welcoming city. We're going to continue to stand firm in supporting people's right to protest.
What does that have to do with them chasing the criminals? What do you talking about have anything to do with the criminals? Y'all see, this is the psychological psyop stuff I'm telling y'all that they do, and it's working on these people. Are y'all not understanding the scene is? What did the federal agents chasing after these criminals, arresting the criminals in the car, have to do with, we're going to keep on speaking up about, we're going to protest, and let our, what are you talking about?
And again, city officials say they had no clue this was going on. DHS putting out a statement saying they were chasing that car, which then they used what's called a pit maneuver to stop that vehicle. DHS
That's why there's a crash.
says both people inside of that car were undocumented. In that statement,
Boom. They knew exactly what they were doing. They knew exactly who they were going after. They were going after some illegal aliens who were fleeing from them. And it's a wrap now. They were undocumented. No, they were illegal. Why were they running? And now it's going to be even worse because they actually crashed and they were fleeing from federal agents. It's a wrap. Bye-bye.
they say they attempted to secure the scene when a crowd began to form and eventually turned hostile. And eventually the crowd, they had to use control measures to control them. Reporting live here at 105th and Avenue N, Christian Farr, NBC 5 News.
Y'all, this is some deceitful stuff right there, and I'm not about to let them get away with this. I'm not going to let them get away with this. You want to know why? Why don't we know anything about him? Why don't we know anything about the son? Why don't we know anything about why he got arrested? Because apparently he's not the two criminals that were fleeing. Why don't we know anything about him? The news purposely left that out as if they just took this young boy for no reason, threw him to the ground and all that, like the mom said, right? But let's find out what happened in this situation.
Were arrested by those federal agents.
He was violated. They said they slapped him to the ground. I just want my baby back.
In a statement posted on social media, DHS says they arrested the 15-year-old, who is a U.S. citizen, for assault and say he admitted to throwing eggs at the agents.
He's a good kid. He never does anything wrong. He lights up the room. He gave his life to Jesus. They just threw him to the ground. They violated my son. He didn't do anything. They just took him away. Now, good. Look. I understand the mother, really. She was ignorant to what really happened. She was ignorant to it. I understand the response. That's how you are supposed to respond. Me, I would respond my protective mode. My son got what? For what? Oh, you know what? Let me make a phone call. Where is he at? Yeah, officers, I want to talk to my son. I don't want to hear nothing from the officers. And y'all, listen to me now before y'all think I'm trying to be mean to the police. No, I don't want to hear nothing from the officers. I want to hear from my son's mouth first about what happened and what went down. Because you already know I'm the type of parent to come in and I'm questioning my son first. I want to hear your story first. Then I want to hear what happened with the police. Because in the end, ladies and gentlemen of the jury that are watching this right now, do y'all see that? It says he freely admitted without questioning to throwing eggs at the agents. They put that bling bling on his wrist and took him to that FBI place. He probably thought that he was about to go to prison. He freaked out and he sang like a bird. I'm so sorry I threw it at you guys. I was just trying to be phony. I didn't know what it was going to do. Yeah, he freely confessed because he knew he was wrong. What are y'all going to say now? Oh, they're just targeting Americans. They're arresting American citizens. They profiled him. He was just walking being Mexican. You know how they say driving being black? He was walking being Mexican, Ty. What do y'all think I'm gonna fall for this stupid? Y'all think I'm gonna fall for this dumb stuff when y'all see me videos? They just arrested Americans. But you know what? In the midst of this research, ladies and gentlemen, I want to draw y'all attention further into this video to show y'all something too.
The teen's attorney also issued a statement saying, in part, a 15-year-old American citizen was effectively disappeared for 5 hours in Chicago. This is not law enforcement.
Sympathy for the devil. What about what he did? What about what this wannabe thug did? What about what this wannabe Latin king, this wannabe vocus locus, what about what he wanted to do? What about what he tried to portray? Huh? And then to use words like disappeared. See, some of y'all don't understand this. If you're a content creator, you definitely understand what I'm going to talk. Y'all already know. If you are a content creator watching this, you already know why I'm going to say something specifically about the word disappeared. Because we all know that on YouTube, it's certain words we can't say in regards to a person not breathing anymore. As y'all see, look, I have to say this right now. You got to talk around and come up and be really creative in how we say things, because your channel can get demonetized, or your video can be demonetized rather, and it can be suppressed for you saying certain words they don't like. It rhymes. Y'all know that movie with Uma Thurman, Blank Bill? Yeah, they don't like when you say words like that. So that's why we have to come up and be real creative and say things like unalived or disappear. So the fact he wants to make a statement like a 15-year-old American citizen was effectively disappeared for 5, come on, man, stop it. Stop it. He was arrested. Say what he did. Plain and simple. Now, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, the next question is this: as a parent, what do you do from there, mama? Now that you found out that your son was throwing eggs at those federal agents, what are you going to do, mom? And if there is a dad, what are you going to do? Because if this was my son, you darn right, boom, up against the wall and all that. You coming from my kingdom representing me, you want to throw eggs at the federal agent? Matter of fact, federal agent, can y'all stay right there so y'all can watch and witness it to say that I'm not abusing him? Yeah. Yeah. See what I'm saying? But at the same time, this psychological psyops that y'all think is a conspiracy theory, it's working. It's working. They have everything to say about the ones who's bringing justice and nothing to say about the ones who are being injustice. Are y'all understanding this? They're more pissed off that the federal agents did a pit maneuver and stopped these criminals. They're more pissed off about the fact that the boy threw eggs at them and they arrested him. They're more pissed off that they got hostile with the federal agents and the federal agents threw tear gas. Then they want to try to turn it to, we want to make sure that we protest. What did they got to do with them on a high-speed chase and stopping some criminals? What does that have? Man, y'all are lost. This is why common sense is not common anymore. This is why a lot of y'all are intellectually dumb. Just gone. No logic there at all. No critical thinking at all. Y'all are responding like I told y'all. And these people exist in all communities. There's white people, Mexicans, black people. And that's why I'm specific when I say black people of a certain mindset, white people of a certain mindset, Mexicans, or whatever y'all may be of a certain mindset. Y'all all act the same when it comes to stuff like this. They were so wrong they did that to him. They arrested Tyrone for nothing. They threw my baby on the ground. Where my baby at? Where he at? Where he at? No. I'm sick and tired of these racist cops. Look at this. Same exact thing. And then they're going to use y'all card, black folks. What was he doing? Oh, no, Holmes. He was just walking being Mexican. That's all he was doing. You know, he was just walking being Mexican. That's all. Just like you guys driving being black. We walking being Mexican. That's all he was doing, you know. Bull crap. Told you. All of y'all can get the smoke from me when it comes to stuff like this. Because y'all all the same when it comes to mentality. Plain and simple. Anyway, I'm done with this, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what y'all thoughts are on this one by leaving in the comments below after this video. And I done worked myself up so much. I done worked out with my son today for almost an hour and a half or something like that. I'm getting completely in a caloric deficit doing this video right here. And I was hungry. And I'm about to go eat a whole bunch of red meat. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know what y'all thoughts are on this by putting the comments below after this video. Do not forget to do what you see in this animation right here. That would greatly help my channel. And if you would like to see the next video that I may be doing after this one in chronological order, up there, things as of yesterday right here. If you have not subscribed, which I don't know why, click this. I am Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, and I hope and pray every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing. And most of all, praying every last one of you guys in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all. In Jesus.